If we are one, then every field we heal becomes a field everyone can borrow from. Every light we hold becomes a lighthouse for another traveler. And every step we take into our divine nature makes it easier for the next soul to remember theirs. Welcome to part 3 of our Inner Disclosure series. In part 1, we named the energetic fear farm the systems, media, narratives that keep us entrained to fear, outrage, and survival mode. We talked about how that low vibration state generates emotional energy that can be harvested, loosh, and how that frequency trap keeps us from meeting higher intelligences from a place of clarity. In part 2, we went deeper. We looked at the architects behind the system, the Archons, the interdimensional layers, the inner mimic that tries to run our show from within. We practiced discernment. We practiced sovereignty. And we began to reclaim our field. Today we bring it all together. This episode is about moving from resistance to creation, from escaping the farm to becoming a light field, from surviving the system to remembering who we really are. Because the end goal of this work isn't just to not be manipulated. It's to become full-fledged members of an expanded spiritual family. To stand in our two divine natures, human and divine. And to meet whatever is coming. Disclosure, ET contact, high dimensional engagement from love and not fear. So take a breath. Feel how far you've come just by being here. And when you are ready, let's move forward together. Hi, I'm Daryl T. Johnson, a musician, a teacher, and a QHHT hypnosis practitioner. I'd like to welcome all of you to episode 44 of If We Are One. Welcome to part 3 of this Inner Disclosure series. Let's start with a simple truth. Resistance is necessary at first. We have to say no to the inputs that keep us low. We have to see the patterns. We have to withdraw our consent from the systems that feed on our fear. But resistance alone is not enough. If all we do is resist, we stay defined by what we're against. The real shift happens when we begin to generate something new. When we become creators of content, in the deepest sense of that phrase. Stories, music, relationships, communities. Ways of being that embody high resonance. That's how we change the world. Not just by opting out, but by building the new. This is what I mean by becoming a light field. A high vibrational resonance field of conscious, energetic intention. This is also what I mean when I say hold the light. For a light field is a person, a group, a space, a creation that radiates a different frequency in the field. It's not perfect. It's not polished. But it is coherent. It's aligned. It's anchored in love. And when enough of us become light fields, something shifts in the collective. There's a popular aphorism that goes, "A rising tide lifts all boats," where the efforts of one or a few can impact the whole. Your inner work is not just for you. Every time you clear a distortion, every time you choose a higher frequency, every time you stand in your divine nature, despite the chaos around you, you're contributing to a planetary frequency upgrade. You're making it easier for the next person to wake up. You're making the entire field more hospitable for truth. And yes, you're making it possible for higher vibration intelligences to engage with us in cleaner ways. Because here's the thing about benevolent ETs and interdimensional beings. They don't need us to be perfect. They need us to be clear enough that contact doesn't become another source of distortion. They're not coming as saviors. They're coming as mirrors, as allies, as reflections of our own clarity or our own confusion. As I have said multiple times, if our field is still dominated by fear, we'll meet them in fear. If our field is anchored in love, we'll meet them in love. That's why this inner work matters. That's why what we're doing is so important. So how do we become light fields? First, by establishing a simple, repeatable daily protocol. Something you can do even on your busiest, most chaotic days. I call this the Inner Disclosure Protocol, or the Light Field Daily Practice. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Step 1 is breath plus heart focus. It should last about 2 to 3 minutes. As we have done in earlier exercises, you place a hand on your heart, breathe slowly, feel the energy in your chest. Imagine your heart as a sun, radiating warmth throughout your entire body. Step 2 is tone plus clearing. If you have access to something like a Schumann wave tone generator, or even something as simple as singing bowls that generate resonant tones like 432 or 528 hertz, play, listen, and use these tones for at least 2 to 3 minutes, longer if you can. As you listen, visualize your field clearing. Imagine any dense, foreign, or low vibration energies dissolving, transmuting, returning to source. Feel your field becoming lighter, brighter, more coherent. If you have neither of these options, practice an inner or outer mantra, such as Om or I am. Whatever resonant inner vibration works best for you. Step 3 is a sovereignty declaration plus intention. This should be about 1 or 2 minutes. Silently or out loud, say something like, I am sovereign. I am clear. I am love. I only allow contact that aligns with my highest good, free will, and unity. I set my intention to be a light field today. And I set my intention to always hold the light. Step 4 is reflection on inputs, about 1 to 2 minutes. This is a personal choice audit. Ask yourself, what media, conversations, and environments will I consciously choose today? What will I avoid or limit? That's it. Simple, repeatable, but powerful. Now, after doing this preventive maintenance routine, the second thing I would like for you to do, if you are willing, is to participate in what I'm calling the Light Field Challenge. For about 21 to 40 days, you choose the length. Commit to a daily resonance check plus heart coherence practice, even if it's just 2 minutes. Conscious media choices. No fear-based content unless you're consciously transmuting it with breath, tone, and intention. Creating at least one piece of light content per week. This last piece is key. It gets you engaged in conscious co-creation. Light content can be anything. A post or message that you share with high vibrational intention, insight, gratitude, or encouragement. A short voice note or video where you share one thing you learned from this series. A piece of art, music, writing, or story that explicitly explores themes of love, awakening, and freedom. A conscious conversation with a friend or family member about energy, media, and awakening, without preaching, just sharing. You are not just a consumer, you are a co-creator, and the world needs your content. Divine remembrance is third. Remembering who you are is the core of it all. With divine remembrance, you are not just a human trying to survive a scary world. You are a soul having a human experience. You carry two divine natures, the human, with all its beauty and limitation, and the divine, with all its infinity and love. You see, every time you forget that, the mimic rushes in. Every time you remember that, the archontic patterns lose their grip. So practice this. When you feel overwhelmed, place a hand on your heart and say, I am more than this moment. I am soul. I am love. When you feel small, remember, I am a beam of light in a field of light. My frequency matters. When you feel alone, remember, if we are one, then I am never alone. I am held. I am guided. I am loved. This is the foundation for true contact. Not contact based on fear, dependency, or worship, but contact based on love, sovereignty, and co-creation. So let's do the full light field daily exercise together now as a guided practice. Like we did in the last episode, find a comfortable position, either seated with feet on the floor or sitting on the floor with legs crossed, or lying down comfortably, whatever works for you. Eyes closed or softly gazing downward. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. Take 3 slow breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now let your breath return to a natural rhythm. Bring your attention to your heart. Imagine it as a sun, radiating warm, golden light. And with each breath, that light grows brighter and warmer. Feel it expand through your chest, down through your arms, into your belly, down through your legs, and up through your neck and head. Your entire body is filled with this warm golden light. Now step 2 is tone plus clearing. If you have access to a 432 or 528 tone generator or singing bowl, or simply know a mantra that helps you settle into coherence, allow that tone to play softly in the background or within yourself. If it is a singing bowl, gently tap it and rub the rim with the mallet to produce the sound. If you have neither of these, simply chant a soft mantra either out loud or in your mind. Use the sound not as something outside of you that you must fix, but as a gentle anchor, an invitation to bring your awareness home. If you do not have an external tone available or choose not to use a mantra, simply become still and listen inwardly. Some people notice a subtle, high-pitched tone, hum, or field of sound in quiet moments of awareness. Others may notice only the breath, the silence, or a sense of spaciousness. There's no right experience, and there is nothing you need to force. In my own stillness practice, I sometimes become aware of a subtle high tone that seems to arise not from my ears, but from deep within my inner field of awareness, almost as though it is centered behind the brow, in the region often associated with the third eye. I do not try to make it louder, interpret it, or chase an experience. I simply listen. As I rest my awareness there, I invite stillness, openness, and clarity. At times, I also notice whether a sense of inner light, color, spaciousness, or imagery arises alongside the sound within my third eye. Again, do not strive to see or hear anything in particular. Just let your experience be exactly what it is. Just be. Now allow the sound, the silence, or your breath to become your anchor. With each slow breath, visualize your field becoming clearer, calmer, and more coherent. Imagine dense thoughts, emotional residue, and energies that no longer serve your highest well-being softening, dissolving, and returning to source. You are not fighting anything. You are remembering your center. You are allowing intention and attention, breath, the intention to bring you back into alignment with the truth of who you are. Now, step 3 is your sovereignty declaration plus intention. Silently or out loud say, I am sovereign. I am clear. I am love. I withdraw my consent from all systems, seen and unseen, that feed on my fear and separation. I align my energy with love, truth, and unity. I only allow contact that aligns with my highest good, free will, and unity. I set my intention to be a light field today, and I set my intention to always hold the light. Feel that intention sealing your field. Step 4 is your reflection on inputs. Ask yourself, what media, conversations, and environments will I consciously choose today? What will I avoid or limit? Allow images, feelings, or insights to arise. You might see a specific change, a show to stop watching, a conversation to have, a creative project to start. Receive what comes, Remember, your higher self is involved in this process. Now we close the practice. Take 3 more deep breaths, anchoring this new clarity. And when you are ready, gently bring your awareness back to the room. Wiggle your fingers and toes, and when you feel complete, open your eyes. As you move forward from this series, let this be your commitment. Practice your light field daily. Participate in the light field challenge. Remember your divine nature again and again. And if you feel called, share your journey with me. Tell me, what shifts are you noticing? What light content are you creating? How is your relationship to fear, media, and contact changing? Your stories are seeds. They're planting new possibilities in the field. We're going to continue to explore what clear frequency contact looks like in future episodes. How to discern between different kinds of beings and influences. How to engage with disclosure in ways that empower rather than terrify. But none of that matters if we don't do the inner work first. So let this be your yes. Yes to being a light field. Yes to divine remembrance. Yes to love-based contact. As I have said on multiple occasions, you are not livestock. You are not a battery. You are a co-creator, a beam of light, a full-fledged member of an expanded spiritual family. And the world is waiting for your content, for your contribution. So if we are one, then your light is not just yours. It belongs to all of us. Your clarity is a key. Your love is a door. And your readiness is an invitation for you, for me, for the entire field. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this work. And thank you for being a light we've been waiting for. We'll be talking more about these and other topics in future installments. And if there's anything that you would like for me to discuss or any questions you may have about anything that I've shared, please feel free to mention it by leaving a question or a comment in the comment section. As always, if you have found any of this information at all helpful or enlightening, please like, subscribe, and share with others. I truly appreciate those of you who are letting others know about this podcast. And I continue to be excited at the growing number of souls awakening worldwide to this ongoing movement of remembrance to a oneness consciousness. So in closing, as always, I send you my love. And if we are one, let's all live in peace, love, and joy.